Alright, so here's the video I'm going to be doing. It's sponsored by Vintage Libraries, etc. This for the Casablanca Christmas. I present you the Casablanca Fan Book from 1983. And yeah, this has, in the front, shows the Panama 5 with Zephyr arms. And on the back shows the Panama 5 with Four Seasons arms. So yeah, let's get into the book. I've already opened it. Here it is, the fan book. And here's the chapter. So here it is, chapter 1. I don't care to read, but you can pause if you want to read. So in this picture shows a black and brass Zephyr, antique white, and bright brass Century 9000. I think that's what it is. So, yeah. There's a bright brass Zephyr in the front on figure 1-3. This one is the Columbia 2. And this is a picture of how fans were used. And yeah, this is my first memorabilia from, by the way. And you can just read if you want to. Right here. So yeah. And this one is like a Palmetto style fan. Yeah. Let's see if I missed anything. Nope. Yeah, you can get this book off from Amazon. So right here just shows the Turk fans. And right here is the Columbia 2. The New Orleans. The belt-driven fan. The first Victorian. This one shows the Centennial 9000. And we have chapter 2. It's 128 pages. So right here shows the antique white Zephyr. And here is the info. This is where you see the fan. And here is the pages for it. You can see full page by page. This one here has a Century 9000. This one has the Broadway Limited. And here it is. This is, well, the blades are supposed to be about 7 foot off the ground. And here it is. So this one shows stove. This one shows this view. And here it is. The room air circulation. This one here is a picture of the antique brass Victorian. And a picture drawing sample of one. I think that's it. So, yeah. It says, so on here is how to select ceiling fan for you. So yeah. Okay, focus. Thank you. Right here just shows the K55 induction motor. It was most commonly called for a stack motor. So right here is the recalled ripped hang screw. This shows slipper quiet in the inside. And internals of the fan of the Panama 5. So yeah, as you can see here, you can see the picture is, so you can look. So the fan blades This one right here shows the Columbia 2 with stencil. Here's the short blade, and this one's the antique white cane. And yeah. So there's a lot like light oak, walnut, and stuff like that, whatever. This shows the Century 9000 again. This one shows the Panama 5. Yeah, it has some scratch marks, whatever. This one shows the 5-blade adapters, typical 5-blade kit. And checking the blades for warpage. And here it is, the light of how you can see the switch on the box. Well, technically the diagram of how it goes. Here's a typical solid-state wall control. And here's specialty controls. And you can see this is the location for your ceiling fans. This one shows the Broadway Limited in the ice cream parlor. This one shows the Victorian Zephyr arm, 4 Seasons, and Panama 5 with Zephyr arms. So yeah. And you can see this is where the location of your fan put it. So yeah. This is the diagram. You can put it in any location. So the 8 feet, yeah, usually you can hang down fan in 8 feet as long as the gaps are clear enough. So here is the Century 9000. It's very rare though. Here we go with the diagram. Right here is the location you put the fan. This one shows the Victorian antique white and bright brass. This one here shows the 4 Seasons. This is a typical diagram. This should like be in the maximum clearance. Right here is the newer lens. Zephyr arms though. Installing ceiling fans. This one has a bunch of belt-driven fans. This like Punka fans. This one is like the animation palmetto style. So this is installing ceiling fans. So how the blades go. This is the breaker fuse. And yeah. Focus. Thank you. So here we go. With this is how you install a ceiling fan. You got 3-wire BX, non-metallic Romex, and conduit. And on picture you see how the fan is assembled. And this is for usually on fans that don't use the hang screw. Yeah, this one shows the fan being installed clip. This one's a swag kit. And yes, you can see fan, and this is where you hang. From the structure choice, you would have to put a box that's used for fan raise support. 1032 screws, I would recommend using those because they hold up better. And yeah, this shows a light rated box. I don't really think that might be a good idea to use it. So we have the hinge. This fan's mounted with the. There is the ceiling adapter plate. It was available in antique white, charcoal black, bright brass, and antique brass. And this is how you install fan. And this is how long you should hang your fan at. And yeah, this is how you attach the fan blades. This looks like a Zephyr with Victorian arms. So just use tense. So this one's motor, Emerson K55. You usually use Panama 5, charcoal black, bright brass, potentiometers, and other required components. So yeah, here's the fan operating tips that you use. Here's some polishing the polyurethane blade on the blades. This is how you troubleshoot your fan. Yeah, this one is how you, and this one is using the amp meter. This one is the metal probes, and this is how you see a board like that. You can see the slumber quiet, and yeah, this, and you can see the boards and how you. So here it is, the diagram and the blade measuring height to make it a balance. So you can see you can apply this clip on the blade in special installation. Alright, so this one shows the glass. This one is like grandma glass, and yeah, and they have lots of Casablanca. It's the PAM 5 Century 9000, Columbia 2. And we have installed the light kit. And yeah, this is how you install your light kit. Okay, focus. Well, thank you. So there's the glass, how you install a shade. And you can install a pole chain switch for an option light for number 3 fans. And how you add a switch. And this is how you wire it up. And for those who are scared about having a slumber quiet blow up, this is the wiring diagram. You shouldn't worry about it. So, yeah. And from here, you could actually wire up the control for your slumber quiet. There's some other tips for whatever. And yeah, you can read a lot if you want. You can pause it and read it, and there's nothing but a Panama 5. And yeah, if you want to see how the slumber quiet is saved without blowing it up, so you can see control. That's how you do it with the light. And you can do it without the light. And yeah, thank you guys for watching the 1983 Casablanca Fan Book. So, have a great Christmas and have a great New Year.